meaningful relationships. If you have a relationship that is supporting you to become better, to become who you are, don't cheat. You know, cheating is a sign of poverty. Cheating is a sign of poverty. When you cheat in your relationship, you are not a trustworthy person. You don't have integrity. If anything, you should be ashamed. Because cheating takes you down to poverty. Having one meaningful relationship helps you to achieve your goals to the fullest extent. So being honest, not just to yourself, but also to others, as the way of attracting more honest people in your life. That's how it works. When I was here, some people laughed at me. What my girlfriend doing, guys? But now I'm happily married, I'm enjoying myself, and they call me to ask for money. There's some people had a lot of girlfriends, they'll tell me, no, they'll laugh at me. If anything, at some point, they didn't thought I was gay. But you guys, I know where I want to be. I know where I want to be. There's a lady who invited me to go and lecture at her place. So I went to lecture at her place and I came back and she told me, this guy didn't even look different. This guy is gay. But I went there to do my job, to help her with the exam, and she thinks I'm gay. You see, it was got to do with integrity and being honest, not just to yourself, but also to other people. That's how you build meaningful relationship. So you guys, if you think without the box, if you think without that fancy job in your mind, you can better your lives. Use social media to your advantage. Sometimes to evaluate yourself, you have to look at the relationships you built over the year. What kind of relationship do you have? I ask myself, because sometimes your relationship can be the reason why you're not moving forward. So I ask myself, what kind of relationship do you have? It's not right to have an expensive phone with cheap contact. It's not right. It's not okay. So I ask myself, what kind of relationship do I have? So you can ask yourself that question. What kind of friends do you have? What kind of relationship do you have? Avoid toxic relationships. Relationships that make you feel like you are a troublemaker every single day. It's not right. Avoid such kind of relationship. When you have value, you are going to know what you truly deserve. So stop depending so much on relatives because they don't owe you anything. Sometimes relatives have problems, friends, that if they told you, you would cry, feel sorry for them. So when you call them the person for 100 because they tell you they don't have, when they're driving a Benz, you would say, wow, workers, why got on the Benz 100? But man, people have problems. They have serious problems. So take ownership of your life and avoid depending so much on asking from people. Because even them, they have big problems that if they told you, just think, please, let my problems stay in the bin. Can you focus with your problems? Because they are so big problems. So responsibility means it is your job to better your life. It is your job to do something about yourself. Your dad, your mom, they are part of the puzzle, but the biggest guy in this puzzle is you. When you take ownership of your life, your actions, you invest in yourself, it is you who is going to be happy. Look at yourself and find something that you are good at. Because sometimes something that you are good at can pay you more than a job. So be able to look at yourself. Find something that you can do with what you have. That's what I did. Be honest. When you find some weaknesses, accept them. For example, your friends will tell you, but you get angry very fast. Do not defend yourself. Sit yourself down. Is it really true that I get angry fast? Am I a short-tempered person? Ask yourself this question, because what you're trying to do, you're trying to get an honest assessment of yourself. You cannot be a high achiever if you don't know your weaknesses, if you don't know your strength. You must first understand your strength, understand your weaknesses, and then find ways of working towards improving yourself. Do not be defensive. If you discover maybe people think you're short-tempered because of the tone of your voice, you can still improve. Reduce the tone. There's some people who would answer you and you think they're angry simply because of the tone of the voice. Some people have got these sharp voices. When they answer, you feel they're shouting at you, and then you say he's angry. So if you discover that's the reason why people misunderstand you, why don't you improve yourself? Because you can improve. Be a good listener. Sometimes wait before you speak. So don't go with passion. Go with something that is paying your bills. There's a lot you can do. Now we have social media. Use it well. Don't worry about likes on Facebook. If you post a video, people don't comment, do not worry. Serious people don't comment so much on posts. That's what I've observed. I would make a post has 10 likes, but I make 20,000. 10 likes, and there are people who've made posts 5,000 likes. They are broke. And I can tell you one thing about being broke. Even the friends to your girlfriend will not like you because you are broke. Before I got married to my wife had a friend, and the friend to my wife told that we were just friends with my wife. No strings attached, we were just friends. Our friends would tell, why do you want to invite problems in your life? You see, we are just friends. They should tell them, but it's just a friend. They say, but this guy. And I came to read these messages when things are changed now from friendship to something else. That's when I came to see WhatsApp messages from my wife's friends, because now I have access to her phone. I just shocked. Even this one was saying this about me. But why didn't you tell me? No, I knew you were a good man. They didn't know you. I knew something was just bothering me. So being broke, as a way, it affects you. Even family members, there will be something happening, they will not tell you. They will give you an excuse that no, we didn't want to bother you. And it makes you feel even more useless. That's how bad it was for me. The things you must know, you wouldn't know them because somebody says, no, we don't want to bother you. We know you don't. So I came here today to share my story with you and a few tips on how you can look within to your advantage. Just in case you are in the position like I am to my life. Is it really true that I can just be watching people drive cars and I'm locked up in an office, looking smart with a jacket and a tie? Is it really true? Is it really fair that after doing all this work, the advanced financial reporting, advanced audit, all this work, you still go and confine yourself in a small room with a small aircon, and your friends are outside driving fantastic cars, helping their mothers and dads, sisters, Is it really fair that you can have such kind of things? It's not. We do a lot of work in this process. So this kind of work we do should help us to help other people do better, to become entrepreneurs, not to become self-reliant. So all those things, they come from doing an honest self-evaluation. So I will talk about a self-evaluation also requires that you set goals. And by goals, I mean set realistic goals. Goals that you can achieve. Not big goals that are going to discourage you. Start with small goals that you can achieve. And sometimes when setting goals, please, you have to understand what is the goal behind your goal. I'll give you an example of somebody who wants to, for example, I have friends that I joke with. Somebody who wants to lose weight. Because my stomach was a bit bigger a few months ago. So my wife would tell me, you need to start jogging. So I was go jogging. So sometimes the goal is for you to lose a bit of the stomach. You don't want to have a flat stomach. But here's the thing. Some people's goal when they're losing weight is because maybe they're going to feel a little bit happy about themselves. Is it really true that you can only be happy if you lose weight? So sometimes you have to understand what is the goal behind my goals. Because sometimes the reason why you may not be able to achieve your goals because the goal behind your goal is a confused goal. So have a clear goal behind your goals. Look within yourself. I assure you, if you are observant, inside you is like your kitchen. If you are observant, you are going to see how pieces should be connected. By now, if you are observant, you even know who to disconnect from your life so as you can move forward. So looking within, guys, is a responsibility. It's an inside job. Because happiness and respect is an ownership and responsibility. What I was saying, take ownership. If you make mistakes, you have to accept your mistakes and be humble enough to say, I am sorry. It doesn't cost a thing. It builds meaningful relationships. It doesn't mean you're a weaker person. It simply means you are wise enough to acknowledge that you are wrong and you need to apologize for wrong. That is a training that you have to undergo every single day. Get a book. Right. Did I really offend somebody today? How can I do better next time? Did I say something that offended somebody today? I used to do this every day. So my classmates would tell me, Shadi, you are too much. How do you write your program? So you don't know you're supposed to come to class. Why are you going to class? I said, yes, I know I'm supposed to come to class, but writing my programs keep me focused on the main issue, what I want to achieve. So I would tick every night. I would go and tick what I achieved, what I didn't, and why is it important. So for example, you set a goal that you didn't achieve. Ask yourself, is it really true I needed to achieve this kind of a goal? Or you're just having this goal because other people have it? Do you know why they have it? What are your own goals? Because you're the one who knows where you want to be. So taking ownership and responsibility means when you are wrong, be able to apologize. So passion should not move you. Identify something that is going to benefit you. If you are passionate about something and you don't pay your bills, so what? Some people are fortunate, they are passionate about things that pay their bills. But what if you are passionate about something and it doesn't pay your bills? Find something that will pay your bills, something you're good at, something you can do. And when you make money, guys, you're going to do the things you are passionate about. Don't start with passion. You're going to swim in poverty. You can't start with helping people when you need help yourself. First make money, and if you are passionate about helping people, then you can freely go and help people.